It's a nice transition. Donald Trump apparently, this trip has really been amazing. I don't know if you've been following it as much as I've been following it, being in talk radio, but the first president, a lot of firsts that have taken place with this trip, with Saudi Arabia, then the wall, the Wailing Wall. No presidents visited the wall. Trump touching that, the symbolism in that, and just the reset and everything else. But now, apparently, the Pope said something to him, and he said, Trump, I would never forget what the Pope said to me. And they had a very short meeting. Apparently, it was just, 30 minutes in a private study in the Vatican, which took place this morning. And the meeting was part of Trump's first foreign trip as president, but joined by his wife, Melania, his daughter, Ivanka, her husband and senior advisor, Jared Kushner, and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. But Donald Trump took to the tweeting today, and what did he say? Very positive. He says, honor of a lifetime to meet His Holiness, Pope Francis. I leave the Vatican more determined than ever to pursue peace in our world. The President and the Pontiff discussed terrorism and the radicalization of young people. The Vatican Secretary of State raised the issue of climate change in the meeting and encouraged Trump to remain in the Paris Agreement. And that's the Pope's thing. I think it's a good thing. We should be all conscientious of the climate and what we do and the toxins and such. I think there should not just be anything goes. But the hype around global warming, to think that we're all 100% responsible for it, I disagree. The Earth drastically goes through changes of its own, and I've been seeing it in my lifetime, and most scientists have been seeing it too, that have marbles left in their brain, and their frontal lobe is actually still working. But I think this is positive news that Trump went to see the Pope. And I don't want to say that he got his blessing, but apparently he got something that took with him. And he said he would take it with him for the rest of his life. But it's an enormous job. The enormity of the job of the president is enormous. And I think that the symbolism, and you get, billion Catholics plus around the world praying for Trump and seeing that. Two of the most influential people really known in the world, according to the Vatican, you get the president, Trump, which is known worldwide, and obviously worldwide, the Pope, and they're night and day difference on most issues. But Trump listened to what the Pope had to say. And if you're seriously into the climate, hopefully Trump will heed his words and be concerned about it. I think he is. I haven't met any conservatives that said they didn't care about the environment. They just don't like the inconvenient truth with Al Gore, with rigging stuff and paying scientists off with numbers, and to say things about ice that wasn't melting, and actually the ice was regaining depth and much further along the positive than the negative. And but it is warmer in a lot of parts of the country. It seems like there's more storms. But if you really study weather and go back online and look back 100 years or 150 years, you'll find a series of years that tornadoes and hurricanes back to back to back, like you kind of see it these days, just like Florida hasn't seen a succession of hurricanes since 2004. It's the wild. We just don't have many of them because there's been a shift. Texas, Oklahoma, the Midwest, Missouri, there's always been floods and tornadoes and always been that kind of weather there. We have some winters that have more snow and some winters that don't. Some summers are hotter than others. I'll tell you, the one thing that I do remember growing up is carburetors seemed like they polluted the air a whole lot more than what today's fuel-injected cars do. You imagine trying to jog on the sidewalk today with having carburetors on cars, the amount of vehicles that are on the road today? There's been a lot has been done with emissions. Thank God for that, in factories and things like that, and that's a good thing. And if we could ever get off the fossil fuels and get to something that would be cleaner, I'd be all for it. But again, the wheels of commerce, man. That Model T engine hasn't really changed the combustible engine. It burns less gas, and some of those cars go a lot faster. The air is cleaner. We'll be at electric or solar power, I would say, within the next 20 to 30 years. But as Paul Harvey said, all the Middle East is quicksand. And the quicker and that we can get off foreign dependency, I think the better. I think the better, for sure. By the way, if you'd like to call in, 813-423-TALK. That's 813 area code 423-TALK. 813-423-8255 if you'd like to weigh in on any of our discussion today on For the People. By the way, have you checked out 123 Ready TV? If you haven't, it's an experience unlike any other that you've had when it comes to your smartphone. It's got to be an Android or Android device or your personal computer. 123 Ready TV allows you to experience today's entertainment, the stuff at the box office right now or the stuff that was months ago or has been in the box office once upon a time, or maybe stuff that was 40, 50 years ago. The classics, the stuff of today, TV shows, movies, old and new, are found at 123 Ready TV. And why am I talking about it? Because it's ready for download right now for you for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. It's a one-time price, and then you can start enjoying all these titles at your fingertips, and it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're not computer savvy, if you can type in a title, or if you can just scroll titles, you can find it, and it's commercial-free, which is terrific. And if you're trying to cut expenditures, let me recommend this as being an alternative to all the other things out there. Remember, they start off with a great deal on membership, and then it's not such a great deal. Some of you actually know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a good deal, but it's not a good deal anymore. 123 Ready TV will allow you to be able to save money and enjoy more. And you can download it at forthepeopleshow.com for $19.99. Just click on the store page and get yours. Stick around, folks. More For the People coming up next.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on.
To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
The internet is a big place. But 123 Ready TV has made it easy to start enjoying all of the current movies you enjoy and those movie classics. What if I told you that you could start streaming everything now and all the latest movies for just $19.99? And it's a one-time charge, not monthly. 123 Ready TV is a media app that you can have on your PC or your Android phone. You see, this app allows you to stream movies and TV shows, weather, and anything you already have on your PC or your phone or on the internet. Plus, no commercials. Find out why so many people are using this amazing media player. Start saving money and start enjoying all your favorite TV shows now and movies for just a one-time payment of $19.99. To get yours, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com and click on the store page for your 123 Ready TV. Making a difference is something we strive to do each day at For the People. Our broadcast takes today's news and puts it into perspective with a common sense approach. Even Bill Clinton on the stump said that it was broken, it was laughable, it was a joke, it wasn't helping people, real people, it wasn't, because the premiums are too high. For the People needs your help. We are asking you to help us raise $5,000 so we can get the word out to more places that might one day carry For the People. Just log on to For the People's website at forthepeopleshow.com. By partnering with us, you're ensuring our survival and giving others the opportunity to hear a quality show that cares about America and your future. To make a donation, type forthepeopleshow.com into your browser. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thank you for your support. All right, your opportunity to call in. You'll be amongst the first in a long time to take a call. 813-423-8255 is the number. 813 area code 423-8255. If you'd like to weigh in, you got something on your mind, you want to talk about it, maybe I could help you with something. 813-423-8255. All right, usually we don't do it because, you know, we're so many markets just carry us at 5 o'clock at other times, and so we got to put it out once in a while, and we're going to start conditioning people to do it so we can kind of hear some interaction from some of our listeners, because some of our listeners have said you got to start taking some phone calls occasionally. It'd be nice to do that. So we haven't made it a big point because, you know, we don't have anything short of conversation. We always have plenty of that, stimulating conversation, to say the least. You know who's not very, very happy about ISIS is the Philippines. They have some serious issues with them, and they're holding up cities there and really just creating a huge problem for this this poor community of folks here. Several millions were killed in the fighting of Mari City, Atlanta, about 525 miles south of Manila, but others continued to lay siege to the largely Muslim city of more than 200,000 people, officials said, adding that power was cut in the city in the chaos. This is very interesting. I was going to say, how in the world did that would have escaped of millions of people? I was going to say over years of period. Now, the AP got this wrong. I'm just reading this off the wire because it just came in. It should be several militants were killed, and 200,000 people were without power over in the Philippines. And the president right now has declared martial law in the region besieged by ISIS extremists, which is very, very sad for the people. There's a lot of nice Filipino people, that's for sure. All right, let's go to the phone and find out who we're talking with. Welcome to For the People.
Why, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Who am I talking with?
Caller. This is Megan.
Hi, Megan. What's your question or your comment?
Comment today. With President Trump going all over the world and seeing the Pope and going to Saudi Arabia, do you think that he's going to actually improve relations with other countries and make, America seriously great again? I
personally think that he is doing that and proudly showcasing American leadership for the first time, and I think showing a side of humility, which is a necessary thing